Sauce, baby.
What up? It's draft night. Oh, man.
Debbie say that she don't understand me. Fuck, I be flexing, my money flexing.
I ain't gonna lie.
Gotta get
The way this has the streets line, woo.
100 down, long hundreds, understand me. Understand me. Understand me.
Hey,
I gotta get
this money on me.
You don't know about that year's Sosa, bro. They wasn't there for that level of Sosa, bro.
Everywhere I go, I
Spend a lot of cash.
Let's sometimes the music hit better when you know the person about it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Living out your raps is a high feat.
Hey, FDO, FTL, first day out, bitch. Fuck the feds.
Fuck the feds.
I saw 6 phones. I just got out
I ain't
the
gonna lie.
bed, 3
One of
big
the hardest
cash,
first
can't fit
days
in my
out.
hand, this is
I
something
heard
on my
six,
head.
the
Hey,
original
put the
first day
pussy
out.
on
You know
me,
what I'm
bitch.
saying?
I'm fresh from out the feds. I say fresh from out the feds, baby. Come put that pussy on me. Turn this fuck in the strip club, ran out of one, started
Stop throwing hundreds, nigga.
but shit, the whole world been waiting on me.
Waiting on me.
All the way to R&D gave it to my
To
little
my little homie.
Mufasa, Mr. Goldman. I kid Jay.
I kiss Sister Johnny.
Outfits from Southland Mall.
Southland Mall. This shit was made in London.
Jumped off my beat.
Boy,
Hey. Hey.
going back to jail, but you spent.
Oh, you in bookings. You going straight. Hey,
Back to jail, man.
don't pass though. Don't collect $200, sir. You are sitting your ass down for certain.
Definitely going back.
But what a heat rock you dropped before you left.
Good thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop that one song, but you going back. Going back.
No question. Off top.
You know what I'm saying? So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports for the average guys. My name is Anthony. This is my main man, Kenny.
What up?
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. All right, man. This time only, man. I'm on my Instagram. I'm going live on Instagram. So shout out to everybody that's watching this there.
What up?
YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get 200 subscribers, man. But you know what it is tonight, man. I know that the playoffs are going on. And it's a good playoff series. I'm not even going to hold you. It's a great playoff series going right now. I think the Hawks beat the Knicks again.
Yeah, giving them hella problems.
Hey, bro.
Trouble in New York City.
Timberwolves going, but tonight we're all about round one that's still going on right now. The Cowboys about to pick in most my Instagram feed stopped. I'm still going. I don't know what they're talking about. Whatever.
Yeah.
If you're on Instagram, you can't see. Hey, come to YouTube. All about round one. Round one right now going on. Cowboys about to pick, but we got a lot of picks in, man. This draft, I'm gonna tell you right now, this draft has been flying by. I mean, teams know who they want. Trade, pick. Like they got 8 minutes, but they doing it in 2. They know who they want. And
I like it.
I like that for the Thursday night first round, because it shouldn't be too much speculation of who's your best player, who the best you think is one of your top players to pick, right? It shouldn't be too much speculation right now.
One of my biggest pain points when it comes to the NFL draft, especially for the number one overall pick, it burns me to my core, honestly. If you the number one overall pick, you've been on the clock since what? When the clock strikes 0 on week 18?
Yeah.
You've been on the clock. Don't take your ass up there and take forever for that first pick.
Right.
Don't get up there and waste the whole clock. Sir, you know who you getting.
Yeah.
Don't waste our time like that.
Yeah.
Make the pick. Let's get this show rolling. It's the worst kept secret. Make the pick. Let's keep it moving.
Yep. And that's what they're doing. I mean, you can see they're flying through. Like what? We're at 10 o'clock and we already picked 3. Oh, your boy Malachi Lawrence just got picked by the Cowboys. I like that pick. We don't get into it.
And
they need an edge rusher for what they move to. I mean, they move into a 3-4. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. I got some stuff.
I don't like good players going to my rivals, man.
Instagram folk back up. Okay, we back here. We back. Let's get into it. Which one to go to first? I mean, first of all, who went first overall? We all knew when that went to the Raiders first overall. I think that's been what it was for the past month and a half that they've been talking about it. Do I like it? No, but they did. I like it more now they got Kirk Cousins because he's not about to play right away. I don't think because you paid Kirk Cousins to come in. We'll see. I think it's a lot of recency bias with this. I think people are discounting how good the people around him was and what he was asked to do. But people like it. Some people like it. I think one thing before we get into more of this draft, they do it to y'all they do it to these NFL teams every year, and they do it to y'all every year. Y'all, I think people gonna know when I say it. Y'all talk up somebody every year, and they end up drafted when they wasn't supposed to get drafted in the first round. And I think you know where I'm going. This happens every year. We talk about it all the time off there. They hype. I say everybody say, "Oh, it's going to be one quarterback." They hype up another one every year. Well, another one's going in the first round. And I don't know what you saw first round take with all these other quarterbacks coming out next year. We'll get into it. Kenny, I'll let you go first. Who do you like? What pick do you like the most so far?
So far, let me tap that Mendoza pick real quick. All right, so I give him his just due because he is number one overall. That's historical, no matter how much you want to slice it, bro. He could be the biggest draft bust ever, or he could be exactly the medicine that the Raiders need. I don't know. It's just historical in context, so I gotta give him some light. He doesn't have the improv skills of a Caleb Williams. Doesn't have the arm talent skills of a Caleb Williams. Just kind of use that in reference of another number one overall pick. But what I can say about Mendoza is that he played on the biggest stages, and he performed well on the biggest stages. You know what I mean? So with that is a trait or a feat that I would like to see in a number one overall pick, regardless of position. You play on the biggest stages and you performed. You know what I'm saying? MVP of that playoff run for Indiana. Deep throw ability is there. Mechanics is intensely sound. I think with the situation he's going into with the Raiders, of course he's not the right down answer. He's not the overall fix. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Number one overall pick is really the case where you go from number 1 to 32 draft pick. Never been the case. All right. So with that being the case, I do like the pick of Big Kirk 30 being there already and doing another spin cycle of sitting your starter for a year or two whenever he's needed. So shout out to the subscription. I can appreciate the fact that, hey, in either case, whether it's Fernando or Ty, both of them cats probably ain't playing year one. We're starting to learn ourselves a little bit, NFL, and I can appreciate that.
They shouldn't. It's not about if, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But shout out to Fernando Mendoza, man. I don't want to stay too long. We talked about it. We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Let me go for it. I think some people are not going to like it. I told you I love the Jeremiah Love pick at 3. I know that's high for a running back, but for what I think he is and the jolt of offense, the jolt of some type of star power you need in Arizona, I love that pick at number 3. I know it's high for a running back, but if I kind of put him on that Saquon Bijan level, what he could be. That's what I think he can be. And if you can be that, you saw what Saquon did. Now, granted, they don't have a good offensive line. So I know they got James Conner still, and they got Tyler Algier. So they can bring Jeremiah Love kind of up, give him his touches, but don't wear him out, too much. I love the Jeremiah Love pick. Love the Jeremiah. You need a game changer to go along. Hopefully Marvin Harrison step up this year a little bit more, and that can maybe give you 2 solid game changers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you go. Then one more other pick that I do love a lot. I love Ruben Bain even though he going to the Bucks and I'm a Panthers fan. I love Ruben Bain to the Bucks. I think he's bolstering up a defense, is getting a team. Like we said, the Bucks are getting older. Need some young bulls. And out of all the pass rushers, he's solid on the. He's not a twitchy pass rusher, but he's solid on that edge. He's gonna set an edge and can stop the run. You know what I'm saying? Help you stop the run. So I like Ruben Bain, but I've been high on Ruben Bain ever since the draft. I know his arms are shorter. No conception went to. I like that for the Browns. We'll get into it. I like Ruben Bain. So early, just looking at it, I got some other picks that I like too, but the ones I really like, I like Ruben Bain to the Bucks, but I really like Jeremiah. I'm glad the Cardinals pulled that trigger because they could have went somewhere. They could have traded down and went got them. But all year they need a jolt. They need somebody that can home run threat, big threat. He's never fumbled the football in college. I think, or if he did, it wasn't.
No, you're right.
Never fumbled the football. He's just a game changer, and that's what they need. They need that in Arizona. While I'm assuming that they're going to wait to get a quarterback next year. So I love that pick.
All right. So you literally took my favorite pick already. That was the Jeremiah Love pick. Yeah, I've been saying it since week 1 of college football last year. My favorite football player in this draft cycle. So good eye for you. But I would say my favorite so far has been Mansour Delane, bro. I ain't gonna veer too far off of DBs. You know how I get down, bro. And like if you actually seeing a DB go in the top 10 as it should be every year, I like to see 2. But in this case, we got Mansour Delane going to the Chiefs. Now let's put this. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Like, let me just put this in perspective. They lost CB1 and CB2.
You need the corner. You have no choice.
Needed it like we need air, brother. Like it's you lose Trent McDuffie, you lose Jalen Watson. I understand, the return they got for him and being able to, position themselves in the top 20, then making another jump into the top 10 based off the ammo they got. It's like you betted on money that wasn't yours and you just wagered up. And instead, you got the best defensive back this draft class had to offer. I'm talking technician assassin. Smooth hips, good feet, good break on the ball. You talk about just covering one side of the field. I think Mansour Delane has that type of toolkit on his belt line, bro. I think he is exactly the plug and play player. Usually when we go into I say for me it's always first round players, but for certain top 10 players, I'm talking about going from your Senior Bowl night or the last night you playing college football, you're playing week 1. I'm not really looking for a buffer or he needs time to get adjusted. No, I'm in top 10. I need you ready to play by week 1. I need you ready to go. Tuned up. And that's barring any injury. So I love this pick for the Chiefs. They had them picking all kind of crazy stuff in mocks prior to this, where they was gonna go running back or something flashy. No, you get what you need. You execute the needs and you settle that position. So that position alone, and for that organization, just got a lot cheaper. That's a contract. That's a position group that contract number went down by the millions, and you get a 5th-year option on top of that. So I love that pick for them.
Yeah, I mean they needed it. Forgive me if I'm looking up and down. Everybody, what I'm saying, the draft is still going on and there's some picks still coming through. Let me tell you a pick I don't love. No, let me tell you another pick that I like. No, I'm telling you a pick I don't love. I don't like Cornell Tate that high to the Titans.
You have Tyson higher than him?
Yes, but I just don't like him at 4 to the Titans. If I had to pick one, I probably would have picked Tyson, and this is why. Cornell Tate wasn't the number 1 in college.
Yeah.
So how do you at 4? He's going to be a superstar. You're projecting to be a superstar type playmaker.
Yeah.
how do you know that he wasn't getting all them catches and stuff, because the man on the other side is probably gonna be one of the best receiver prospects we've seen in a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was a number 2 in college. Now you expect him to be your number 1 and a legit weapon target for Cam Moore. That's high.
That's a lot.
Jordan Tyson, because Jordan Tyson, even though I do like him, and I think he's a little bit like more skilled, I think I like him a little bit more than Cardinal Tate. He has the injury history. That's why, for me, none of these receivers was top 10 worthy for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that pick. I don't like that pick at 4, only because it's the unknown, right? How good do you think he can be? Like, for real, out of all of them, who has the most production? Mekhi Lemon, who y'all drafted, had the most production, right?
Mm-hmm.
Far as being the number 1 guy, doing his thing. But Cardinal, that's high. It's a risky, it's a safe pick because what you've seen, that I don't think he's no worse than a wide receiver 2. But are you drafting a wide receiver 2?
Number 4. Yeah.
I think he's going to, like, no hate, shout out to the brother. I think he's going to be a good receiver. But is he going to be a next level playmaking receiver? I don't know. That's where the question comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where the question comes. Go ahead.
Now, I think in cases like Cardinal Tate, I have like the same eval too, right? Like, I don't know how often you've seen like coverages shaded to your side. I don't know how often you got away with being across from the guy. You know what I mean? Like, you had the benefit of playing on like the same side of the field as like Emeka Egbuka, when Emeka Egbuka was like a slot demon. And then, next year you had the man, the myth, the legend, you had Jeremiah Smith on the whole opposite side of the field from you. So, but even with that, I see a guy that's just steady Eddie. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna wow you. He ain't, ain't got the superlatives. He ain't the most explosive in the class. He doesn't, he doesn't jump the highest. He don't, run faster than a speeding bullet. Like, he doesn't have like the super over the top superlatives, right? Yeah. But what he can do is move the chains. What he can do is block. What he can do is, keep his feet in bounds on those sideline catches. It's like what
my fault. That wasn't Cardinal. That wasn't the face of Cardinal Tate. That's the face of this pick that happened. My bad. I didn't want people to get confused.
No. Okay, yeah, I'm here. But we'll get to that in a second. But I think he's just steady Eddie, bro. And sometimes it's the safest pick.
Yeah.
Keeping your job deals with the safest pick. We say this with O lineman every year. When in doubt, get an O lineman. If you don't know which way to go get you a guard. Go get you a tackle.
Never gonna get fired for getting a tackle.
You never get fired from that. So, and when you need a weapon, you need another threat. I mean, I like what Alec Amanier. God, I'm probably messing his name up. God forgive me. Sorry, brother. Yeah. He was another rookie last year that showed some skill. Calvin Ridley, you know what I'm saying? He might be in the twilight of his career, but you get a young gun in there, get somebody that can grow with Cam. Hey, you've seen, the benefit of that if you go up to New York and you look at what Malik and Buddy got going on. So, hey, you get a growing buddy with Cam. What's the worst that can happen? Time will tell.
Yeah. So, a little bit off air news that we were doing when we were texting each other. Why the Avril Reese pick? Yeah. I feel like you're not as excited about that pick as I am, and I don't understand why.
I don't get it. All right, so here's my thinking, right? And then mind you, this is just day one of the draft. Yeah. So this is okay. I said day one of the draft. We still got a whole lot of offseason left, but just bear with me here. All right, last year you get Abdul Carter. All right, couple years before that, you drafted Kayvon Thibodeau. somewhere in the mix of all this, you had you traded for Brian Burns. What is the scheme? What are we aiming for? What's the plot point? All right. Now, mind you, Kayvon Thibodeau, he's on like a 5th-year option right now, could be traded in minutes, in days, over this next couple of days of the weekend. Like, he could be traded. But let's say that's not even the plan. Is Arvell Reese coming in to be a stack linebacker? Are you standing him up? You're not going to put him on the edge. What's that going to do for for how you're trying to develop Abdul Carter?
Yeah.
One side he's not going on. Brian Burns got that locked up. You're not changing that out by any means. So I'm looking at what exactly is the plan. And in the middle of all this, you just, you lost one of your biggest assets along that defensive line in Dexter Lawrence. Now, mind you, granted, in this draft class, there wasn't that, there was no Aaron Donald. There was no, give me like a big defensive tackle in like prior years. It wasn't that guy.
Yeah.
That you had to take, right? So I get it. You still got time left. You can still get him the D tackle later on this draft. But I see 4 edge rushers in my eyes.
Yeah.
That doesn't it shows that you have a surplus, but you don't know who you're gonna try out there week 1. That's what I don't get it. I feel like it could have been used for something else.
I think with the 5th, I think Arvell Reese was like it's a player where you take like, okay, who's the best athlete in this draft? He's one of the better athletes in this draft, right? Like he's one of the better athletes, right? He's young, right? Younger than most guys. He needs some development. And it's like a pick that like you don't know where he's going to play. So you can say, "Oh, I'm drafting another rush in," but everybody's not sold that he's going to be a rush in. Some people think he's going to be a off-ball linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know where he's going to be, but you're picking at 5. Your defense was horrible, right? David Bailey's gone, right? You don't know if you want to draft Ruben Bain that high, right? So you take the best athlete, and that's what they did. And I can't be mad at taking that chance on probably one of the best athletes in Arvell Reese in this draft at number 5. I think you drafting high for a reason. You're not good, but sometimes you got right. And then I love they doubled that up with my Samoan brother from Miami. I love that.
Yeah, I love that pick. That was a good pick.
So at 5 and 10, you get the best athlete, one of the better athletes in this draft at linebacker, right? You don't know if you're gonna bump him inside or run him off the edge. Then you go a solid tackle / guard, wherever you want to put him, because he's very athletic. I had him as probably the best offensive lineman in the draft, but teach his own. You get him at 10. I think you solved both. I think you got both needs. You got another athlete on the defensive side with the bundle of athletes that you got, and you go get your offensive lineman. You didn't want to draft. You would have been even mad if they draft Caleb Downs this high, right?
No, because I know where he's going. I know what his position is. I mean, to me, if you wanted a linebacker, go get a linebacker, because two picks later, the Commanders took Sonny Styles. All right, I understand you don't get David Bailey. Cool. But I still need somebody that I know day one, where am I lining you up at?
Yeah.
Because we might be looking at a guy that's a jack of all trades, master of none. Like what we've seen.
So we say that about him, but then you also don't want to. But then we also say, "Hey, Cardinal takes a safe pick, but is he a game changer?" Sometimes you got to either take a risk or make a safe pick. And at 5, you're not good. Like Giants fans, they're not good. The team was not good. So that's why you're at 5. So you need, if you think a guy has a chance to be we can look like either he could be, like you said, a jack of all trades, master of none. Or you can look back on this draft, like a lot of people are saying, and say he was one of the better players in this draft with some development.
To me, brother, I'm gonna just tell you my truth, and that is this pick only makes sense if they're flipping somebody that they already got in the stable. Because all you telling me is that we got a surplus of edge talent that we have no clue what to deal with. We have no clue what to do with. You know, even if you was to sell me like, hey, we're gonna play Brian Burns and Kayvon off the edge, and we're gonna stand up Abdul and Arvell Reese. Okay, sure. Sell me. You can sell me that for the next how many months we got? 4 to 5 months left.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. But it to me on paper it doesn't look simple. If you want a linebacker, go get a linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you need secondary help, you know what I'm saying? I can recall a Cowboys game where Dak was bombing all over you. Go get Caleb Downs. You know, if the case was to get the best defender in the draft, Caleb Downs is there. Next to David Bailey, those two are my bet. To me, the best defenders in the draft.
You have 10, two. You got 2 picks in the top 10. I see why you take a chance on the joker that ceiling could really be perennial Pro Bowler, all NFL. If he has that type of ceiling, and I can also pick 10, I can. Sometimes you got to take a chance. On the other side, on the other part of New York, I like what the Jets did. I mean, they're still not going to be good, but I like what the Jets did. I like that you go get David Bailey. Now, for them at 2, they was flirting with Reese or David Bailey. Reese or David Bailey. You go get the guy that had 13 sacks. All right, the guy
That's a fact.
Now he does have to do better on run stopping, and he did play with a lot of the stars on that defense at Texas Tech, right? But he had production at Stanford too. You know what I'm saying? David Bailey, I had him as my best defensive player in this draft. And you just go with the proven commodity. You know what I'm saying? You need a pass rusher. You didn't create no turnovers. You got to get a pass rusher to maybe help the secondary out, right? And that's what they did getting David Bailey. And then you turn around at 16 and trade with Indianapolis from you got that pick from Indy, I guess, for Sauce. And then you get Keon Sadiq. So again, right? You can see the teams that's lining themselves up for next year. Because nobody really wants a quarterback out of this draft, right?
Mm-mm.
So, okay. So you get it. So let me go get a David Bailey, right? A star. I think it'd be like a Will Anderson type star on the defensive side of the ball, right? Then I go get Keon Sadiq, right? Proven big target, tight end that's going to be athletic and everything like that. Now, when I have that set in place, so the next, say we're not good again this year. I don't know if Aaron Glenn makes it. They're not good again. No, they're not decent. Say I'm not good again next year. Now, when I do bring a quarterback in here, I already got some young pieces already here. I like it. I like what they did. I mean, I thought they got good value out of both their picks. They got the second best player for me on the board with David Bailey, and then behind Jeremiah Love in my eyes. And then you turn around and get one of the best targets, one of the best big targets in this draft. I like what the Jets did. I like what the Jets did a lot with their 2 picks in the first round.
I can rock with it from the standpoint of you got, 2 young guns on the outside. Adonai Mitchell, I know people still feel the way about that. But but you at the end of the day, you still got Garrett Wilson. Again, another steady Eddie, another consistent player. You still got Brees Hall. That quarterback situation was never gonna get fixed this draft cycle. It never was.
Yeah.
That you got Geno and you're gonna be happy with it. you got Geno this year, Justin last year. Hey, get what you gonna get and be happy.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. Now, what you can fix, you do. So the pass rusher that they sent off to Tennessee in exchange for Jermaine Wilson, I believe is the name. God forgive me, I might mess his name up too. But Jermaine Johnson, that's his name. Jermaine Johnson, y'all just sent him off for Devondre Sweat. So that's good because you got a young player that's gonna play nose and lock up the middle of that lock up the middle of the trenches. You know, good nose tackle, fire. You still got Will McDonald, good talent. Now on the other side, you got David Bailey, two solid, possibly prolific pass rushers if they continue to grow together. You got two running mates. Sound good in my book. So, yeah, so where they picked Arville, damn, still stuck on that topic. Where they picked David Bailey at, love it. Don't change it. Lock it in. Good pick. The Kenyon Sadiq pick, though. Uh, uh, could we have used that more on a more like pressing need? You know, could you have maybe spin the block and try your luck with Jamal McCoy? I know he's coming off of like a torn ACL. He had a lot of injury, red flags coming into the draft. But hey, we it's gonna be a problem. So I think that could have been a pick better used on getting you a corner. Um, these safeties, the run on safeties didn't start yet. You could have still had your pick of, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Some folks like Traden Stooks. Um, maybe again, circle back to old lineman. That's always a safe pick. So I didn't know. I feel like Kenyon Sadiq was just a luxury pick at the time. But either way, you hit it out of the park with your with that David Bailey pick. So at the end of the day, it's still a win's a win.
Yeah. Offensive linemen are really going in this draft, and I figured this was going to happen. It happened a little later than I thought it was going to happen, but now, you see this Patriots pick?
No, I didn't see. Oh, Caleb Lomu. Oh. I think I know where you're going. Keep going. I think I know where you're going. Keep going.
So,
that was your boy too. If you're going where I think you're going.
So, all right. Obviously, they drafted another tackle. After they traded up to get him too. Right?
Yes, sir.
They drafted another tackle in the first round after spending a top 10 pick on one last year. A lot of things got shown that maybe that might not work out as good.
We didn't like it. We was not a fan.
Does that pick, I'm talking about the Patriots just picked Caleb Lomo from Utah.
Lomo, yeah.
Lomo from Utah, offensive tackle, true long arm, 6'6", 313, prototypical size. Does this mean, and people in the chat, you can say anything about it, does this mean they about to move your boy inside?
He getting bounced. He's getting bounced. He's getting bounced to guard, bro.
It's crazy to pick a Joker top 10 to be your blind side protector.
But that was the news. That was the news out on him coming into the draft last year. Is that hey, we don't know if we're getting a developmental tackle or a perennial all pro at guard. We knew that the talent was there, the dog was there. We knew that was the case for Will Campbell. We just wasn't
at number 5. What pick was Will Campbell? Number 4, 6, 5? What you drafted a guard?
He was top 5. He was top 5 for
you
sure.
Drafted a guard. You about to move him in after 1 year? Because he's going to you traded up in the first round to pick another tackle. Does that mean you giving up on your tackle already?
But what if he's Quentin Nelson though? What if that's what I'm saying. What if we knew like, hey, last year was a gamble. We knew that hey, he may not ever turn into a Trent Williams. Fine. He may never turn into Trent Williams. But what if I told you this is a Pro Bowl level talent at guard? What if I told you that? So at the end of the day, I don't think you'll ever take an L taking a swing at offensive lineman. You'll never take an L.
That's a really high pick. That's a really high
for a guard. I get that. But it does pay dividends to invest in the trenches, bro. We can never say you'll be wrong doing that.
I'm amazed that the GM and them, if this is all speculation, I don't know anything.
Right.
The GM is really saying, and Mike Vrabel and the GM are like, yo, we might have
whiffed.
Might have whiffed on that one. Might even move him inside. And that looks like what they're saying. If you're picking up a tackle, you traded up to get another tackle. Now you done got a tackle in the first round again.
I'm looking at the glass half full on this one, and I'm gonna have to differ with you because let's say Caleb Lomu and Will Campbell are playing on the same side of the ball, right?
You got a rookie guard too.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, you got that, and I'm looking at what Michael Wonu. I'm looking at Jared Wilson, like that they just picked up last year. Like, bro, like we're probably talking about an offensive line that's young enough, where at least three pieces of that offensive line that's going to be developing together at the same speed, bro. I can commend them for the consistency and the continuity.
Kenny,
I can at least give you credit for that.
Why I'm saying I don't think they drafted a guard at number 7. I think they drafted a center.
They thought they was getting a tackle.
They about to move him. They don't draft. They about to move him to center, bro. I don't think he's going to play guard.
Wow. That's a bit of a stretch. And that's a bit of a fall from grace.
He's mobile. He's not as stout and big as some of the other tackles in the league and guard. You got a rookie guard that played pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised they move him to center. A lot of people say he could be a really good center because how mobile he is. I'm just saying that's a high pick to have picked the center to pick the dude that you thought was gonna be a tackle. Now you move to center because my boy Peter Woods got drafted in the first round.
I like that pick.
Everybody
with having Chris Jones as the OG. I like that pick.
It's a good pick. I like
that pick.
I think they didn't have a good year last year. They had a good year this year. He'd have been picked higher. They had a good year this year. He's a true D tackle. I think
Yep.
Yeah, I like that pick for them. But we'll see what happened with the Patriots with that pick. That is real interesting. That's real interesting. They picked another offensive lineman in the first round.
Now the Jets, they move right back into the first round too.
They're trying to get some pieces.
That's right, Aaron Glenn. Use up all them resources. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm going out on my shield. I like it. Yeah, use them up. Use them all up.
Where do you think they go right here? You think they go corner?
Let's see who came off the board so far. All right. I think, as I just mentioned, you can still spin back and get Jamar McCoy.
Yeah.
I see Chris Johnson went to Miami. I like cats like Averion Terrell. That was one of my favorite picks coming into the draft.
Colton Hood on the board. Is him?
You know what I mean?
They probably go corner. I would be surprised if they don't go corner right here with the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets don't go corner right here.
All right. Because you may not want to take that risk going into day 2. Because it might just, be a corner run at the top of day 2 tomorrow. We don't know. Especially with so many good ones still on the board. Maybe they go linebacker. CJ Allen is still there. Jacob Rodriguez is still there.
I think it's kind of early for Jacob Rodriguez.
Who you want to, be the captain of the center of that defense? You locked up defensive line. Now what's your plan on spinning back?
I think you go corner right here. You got a pass rusher. You got a guy you think can catch the ball for you and be a big threat in the middle of the field to help Garrett Wilson a little bit. You go corner here. The secondary was horrible. You got no picks. You got one pick or no picks. I don't know. They get many.
They fooled all of us. They went Omar Cooper Jr. out of Indiana. We don't know what we're talking about. We're IDK Sports. They get paid the big bucks. We don't know. They came back in the first round to get Omar Cooper Jr. Again, why do you pick Kenyon Sadiq? I don't get it. Because now you got 2 folks to play the middle of the field.
Aaron Glenn gonna be looking for a job.
Damn it. Damn it.
Let's get back to the first round. Let's see. I like the KC
Concepcion pick.
pick at 24. That's a great value at 24. That's a great pick at 24. Because you still got, ain't Judy still on the team?
Judy's still there.
You still got Harold Fannin Jr. is there. You get
Nice.
another KC Concepcion. Concepcion, he can be a slot guy, right? Help out. You still got that running game, even though your boy tore his stuff up. Maybe he should be back and good to go. Still figuring out the quarterback with Todd Monken. It looks like. Tell you what, it looks like they want Shador to be the guy, but if Deshaun Watson's on that roster, first game, Deshaun Watson's going to be started.
If he's healthy, he's playing.
Yeah, too much money to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? I know we off the draft now. We talking draft, but with that Deshaun Watson thing, a lot of people just giving up. I'm old enough to remember when Mike Vick got out of jail. People thought he would never be good again. And your team, remember, y'all took a chance. And what happened? Had about 3-4 good years, right?
Capture lightning in the bottle, bro. That damn Chip Kelly.
You know what I'm saying? So, if Deshaun Watson can just come back and be, you're talking about a former former All-Pro, all that type of stuff. If he's just at somewhat of a decent level, you might capture something. You know what I'm saying? I think he's not going to be with the Browns. I think it's too much turmoil with the Browns after this season. But you never know. Might capture a little lightning in the bottle, maybe for a little 2-3 year stint. So, I don't. How Deshaun Watson ain't no Mike Vick? Disrespect is heavy right now. Deshaun was that. They were not going to act like what Deshaun did to the Texans wasn't the thing.
Yeah, I gotta say we don't know what. Yeah, I remember that Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller connection. See, I was there.
Led that team to a lot of things, a lot of playoffs. I'm just saying, if he's healthy, he's gonna play. You might mess around, catch him light in the bottle. But I love that pick at 24 KC Concepcion.
And he adds hella value on special teams, bro. All-world punt returner, all-world kick returner too. So that, especially with the new kickoff rules and whatnot like that, that's a value. Hell, speaking about what they had with at the Cowboys, Turbin added hella value on special teams. So you get somebody that's wide receiver 3, rookie year, that can add you some value on kickoff and punt return too. It's a solid choice, bro. It's a solid pick.
Yeah. So, all right, I avoided it long enough. Hey, bro. Hey, and you wrong for that. Williams, that's crazy. That's crazy. But facts though. Hey, he had the massage. Never mind.
Y'all boys ain't got no sense, man. Y'all boys ain't got no sense.
Ever since they took the massages away, my brother ain't been the same. He get hurt every year.
Boy, things have been tense. Things have been tense.
Didn't he trade up? Trade back in the first round?
Hey, man, you might have to, maybe in a different pod, we'll talk about bringing back massage parlors because that hit the boy Justin Tucker hard, too. That
boy. My man was going to massage envy's doing that shit. Bro, you going to a commercial, Jay?
Yeah, I need it. I need it.
Did the Titans trade back up? 31?
Yeah. Go get that guy.
Who they got? You seen it already?
Let's see who we got. Oh, they rapping again. I hate when they do this. But whole time it's on mute. So I hopefully right now this ain't for a Make-A-Wish kid or something right now. That'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. Oh, God forgive me. Kendrick Falk.
Okay. All right, we'll get back to it. Let's get into the head scratching. Why do the NFL let them do it every year? Why? Why do we talk up another quarterback every year that we know ain't supposed to be a first round pick? Can you help me out, man? Help me out. I ain't got nothing nice.
Nope. I'm going to take the positive, you take the negative. I'm going to tell you why. I ain't got no reason. So you needed a guy to sit behind Matt Stafford.
With all these guys coming out next year, you had to
I
pick a guy
know,
this year.
I know. That's what I said. I know. That's why it don't make sense. That's why it don't make sense.
MVP. He ain't slowing down at all. He's really like what did Ty Simpson? A lot of hate. A lot of hate.
Hey, here's also the thing. All right, I got another argument. Just thought about it. Here's another thing. Being that you have an MVP caliber quarterback in your building right now, there's no guarantee that you're gonna be picking at the top of the draft, especially with the Rams. You know, the Rams be like, F them picks. Rams don't care.
But if you just drafting a backup, you don't have to next year. It's more than enough.
But you don't know if you're gonna get a guy that you like in your system. You don't know that. You don't know.
Guy that couldn't beat out Jalen Milroe.
Jalen Milroe was, a hell of an athlete, bro. And he's gonna do the same. And to your point, Ty Simpson about to do the same thing that Jalen Milroe did last year. Hold a clipboard, have a headset on.
What round did Jalen Milroe get picked in?
That's beside the point.
I don't understand it. It can't just be one court. It couldn't be. They're not going to let it ever happen. It's never.
If not him, then who?
Nobody in the first round. Nobody.
You gotta pick somebody, and you gotta pick somebody. So my thing is if you didn't do you value Ty Simpson more than you value the 2027 class? In my eyes, no. But also that buck stops with Fernando Mendoza too, because I don't value him over that 2027 class neither. So that's what I'm saying. If not him, then who? Because it just gets worse from here on out. This class.
They don't draft the quarterback.
No, but also I get somebody that's in my building for the next what?
That's a Bennett. He tried. Sometimes, and this don't get talked about enough. Sometimes y'all favorite offensive gurus don't know how to pick quarterbacks. Don't know how to draft young quarterbacks. Name the last offensive guru that drafted a good young quarterback.
Brock Purdy.
He got lucky. He wanted Trey Lance to do it. No, he got lucky. He got lucky. You know, he got lucky.
Anthony, he was Mr. Air.
In this chat, we talk about this all the time. Trey Lance, he traded all them picks to draft Trey Lance with the wood. Nah, hear me out though. Brock Purdy worked out, but we ain't even podding now. Keep it real. We ain't podding. This ain't performative no more. We talking football now. That's why you laughing. He drafted what pick was Trey Lance drafted with?
What, number 2, number 3?
No, he was like the 5th or 4th.
Yeah, I know he went top 5. Yeah,
traded up to get him right. So Trey Lance was technically Mike Shanahan's guy, right? If he don't get hurt, do we ever see Brock Purdy?
No, if he actually works out, then no, we don't see Brock Purdy.
If he never gets hurt, we don't hardly ever see Brock Purdy. He was about to get all the chance. Remember, Brock Purdy had that good rookie year, and they still was trying to try Trey Lance back out there.
Yeah.
So, no, he got lucky. He doesn't know how to pick quarterback. Name an offensive guru guy that's got it right.
Jordan Love, Packers. And I'm not done with that Brock Purdy argument either.
Got Jordan Love, yeah. Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, yes. Name another one. That drafted quarterback. That's too much. All these guys are so-called offensive gurus don't know how to draft quarterbacks. They can know how to find a quarterback that's already established and scheme up plays, yes. But some of your favorite offensive gurus, actually, a lot of your defensive guys know how to draft quarterbacks better than your doggone.
Do you consider Doug Peterson a draft guru? I mean, offensive guru?
Who he draft?
Jalen Hurts.
You trying to piss me off, ain't you? You trying to start some shit on this pod. IDK Sports Pod. Like, share, subscribe. I'm about to go off because we you won a championship. Okay, that's fine. I ain't gonna do it.
You saw the plot.
I know real team, and I'm not about to fight both y'all Eagles fans today.
Oh, you saw the plot. Okay, fair enough.
Who he
Fair
draft?
enough.
Who else he draft though? Who he draft first to be the guy that got him? Again, who he
To be the
draft?
guy, Carson Wentz. 2017, 20. Okay, hold on. It was on his way to having an MVP season. I told you, you'll be better off going back to that Brock Purdy pick. You'll be better off going back to that argument.
Carson Wentz is trash. Carson Wentz is trash.
Hey man, a shattered knee would do that to you.
Shout out Nick Foles, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nick Foles.
One, again, another draft darling picked by Ant that nobody knew.
They are doing a Make-A-Wish pick this time for the last pick. So don't say nothing crazy.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm done, bro.
But nah, like, back to my thing, like some of your favorite offensive gurus be picking quarterbacks that don't work out. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, great pick. Jordan Love, Green Bay, great pick. But I think that's more of a organizational thing more than the offensive guru thing. Sorry. They haven't got it wrong in a long time.
But I mean, bro, they took the same stance. All right, boom. How about this? What if I told you in the next 3 years, next 2 to 3 years, that Ty Simpson turns into Jordan Love? Because he's gonna take the same route. He's gonna have a headset. He's gonna have a clipboard. He ain't doing nothing.
Lips all on the mic. Yo, that's an overreach right there. This early?
He's the best available. He's the in their eyes.
Will win.
They took a backup running back. That's the RB2, bro. But
in the first round.
But and also what I do
players.
But what I do know about Jadarian Price is he does what? He offers you a lot of value in special teams.
Oh, so now I'm about to hate on the pick. You know what I'm saying? Put out there his mom was dealing with cancer. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to getting picked, bro. I can't even hate no more. Yeah, I can. That's a bad pick at 33, at 32. That's a bad pick. That's a bad pick.
Oh, this boy ain't got no sense, bro.
That's a bad pick. No, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him reaching his
shout out to his mama. You want to do a shout out to his mama too?
Shout out to everything. He was gonna get. I'm not saying he never was gonna get picked. I know he can ball. He can ball.
He can ball.
First round though.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro, he adds value, dog.
I understand. You can add, a lot of jokers add value in the third and fourth round, the second round. A lot of jokers. You got corners sitting there when you know you can't sign everybody. So you got to start thinking ahead.
And he got picked. It's pick 32 of the first round. That is a glorified second round pick right now. Glorified second round pick.
You drafting. All right. When you draft the running back in the first round, right? You expect him to be like, he ain't beating out Charbonnet. He ain't even about to split touches with Charbonnet. And that's what I need my first round backs to do. Now, come on, now, like value. We talking about value of pick. When you still got DBs out there, when you know you're not about to be able to pay all them boys. You got Jacob Rodriguez sitting there when you know you can't pay all them boys at the Seahawks. So the Seahawks, like we talked about in our season review, go look back at it on YouTube. It's out now. We talked about all the teams, right?
Yeah.
What we say about the Seahawks? Keep as much as you can. Get ready to start replacing because jokers ain't taking no more pay cuts because they already won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're drafting last in the first round, Jeremiah, that Gerard McCoy guy was sitting there, right? You know you got to pay some of them corners. Everybody ain't gonna stay. You know all them linebackers after next year. I think some of their contracts up. Some of them jokers ain't staying.
Mm-hmm.
Williams is getting older. You know what I'm saying? Offensive line is getting older. That's just weird to me. You know, to pick a running back that you could have got another running back, second, third. There's other running backs out there. But shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always dream come true.
I agree with you. I agree with you on the defensive lineman pick. But to your point, after Peter Woods, I can't say that. TJ Parker's still there. I can't say that.
Like, we'll talk about best available in a second because now the draft is concluded. But back to my quarterback thing though. That was a good. I want to really have that conversation because everybody get like quarterback guru. Some jokers are quarterback are play schemers. Some jokers know players. And a lot of your quarterback gurus don't. Now, we don't know with Sean McVay yet. We haven't seen him get a young quarterback yet. He got Jared Goff out of town and said, "Give me the proven commodity." Right? Drafted Stetson Bennett. Obviously, that ain't working out. So you went and got Ty Simpson in the first round. Sometimes your quarterback schemers don't know how to evaluate quarterbacks. And it doesn't happen like, okay, your Brock Purdy thing. Shanahan and John Lynch traded up for Trey Lance, who really played a glorified 1.5 years in North Dakota State. That didn't work out, right? But
yes.
Somebody, a scout or somebody there said, hey, this Brock Purdy kid, get him in the 6th round. You didn't never think Brock Purdy was going to be like that. You thought he would be a bad.
I think Brock.
Go ahead.
No, I think Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. Am I wrong about that?
Or damn near it, right?
Yeah.
So that was like, okay, let's just bring this guy in, a scout like them. Let's see what he does. Happened to work out for you. But don't act like that's what you wanted. Like you tried to pick that. You picked Trey Lance and that flopped.
Yeah.
Right? Doug Peterson got Carson Wentz, showed flash for 1 year, but then realized he can't handle competition. But you got lucky and got Jalen Hurts. You know, only one that really knew what they were looking at, Andy Reid. Saw Patrick Mahomes went and got him, knew what they were looking at. The Packers organization saw Jordan Love, knew what they was looking at. Now the jury is out. The jury is out. Kevin Stefanski, I'll call offensive guru, ain't never developed a quarterback ever. Brian Daboll, that Josh Allen did that on himself. Y'all can keep saying that after that Giants run.
Yeah, miss me with that. Miss me with that.
Like some of your favorite offensive gurus.
But here's my pushback on the lucky point of that. I don't think you can get lucky with a Brock Purdy pick. Like you said, he got picked round 6, 7. You know, and if anything, those are like throwaway picks. You know what I mean? You don't know. You didn't know it was that much of a gem.
You didn't. The coach didn't make that pick. A scout made that pick. A scout who saw Purdy made that.
And as a scout, who do you base your analysis on? What the coach is looking for, right or wrong?
Yeah, not that late. Not that late. Early, the first 4, yes. That late, it's like, I really like this kid. I think he got something.
I think he had some intangibles. I don't think draft day or draft night was the first time he put his eyes on Brock Purdy. I don't think so. As a coach.
Late, okay. Earlier, first 4 rounds, right? That's GM and coach, coordinator, D coordinator, lockstep. Right. Them last picks, it's like hey, yo, slide the
tape.
Man,
I got my I'm just saying, you got some time.
You know what I'm saying? Look at it.
Check it out.
If he's there in the 6th or free agency, we might get him. You see what I'm saying? I don't people do, and I know I'm gonna sound crazy, and I'm probably gonna get clipped up, I'm gonna kill people get killed in the comments. Them 5th to 7th round picks, that's somebody doing a favor for somebody to bring somebody in. They just want to hear somebody's name. You see a lot of practice jokers get drafted in them rounds, right?
There's a lot.
No, let me finish because I got to get some of my HBCU love off. Because if it was real, y'all be drafting more FCS and HBCU guys in the 5th and 7th rounds instead of a practice guy that only played 10 games his whole career. Power 4. I done seen some HBCU guys put up way more production than some of them guys that get drafted 5th, 7th round. But you would pull a favor for an AD, another college coach, to say, "Oh, I got people drafted." But the HBCU guy be a free agency pickup, and then they make the team, i.e., Marquise Bell, which I could have took the trial, but I don't do that. I don't do that for my HBCU guys. You know, he got pulled over with that stuff on him. But I'm gonna let him live.
I started selling dope back in 1986.
I'm gonna let him live. But you know, i.e. a Marquise Bell, i.e. a lot of guys like a man from Morgan State that went to the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? but they don't get a chance to their name called because like you don't think you got to put them like them later picks be favorites, yo. Because like what I don't lose anything, but I can like okay, man, hey man, because it's such, coach down there, it helps his profile. Oh, I got 10 drafted over the last 5 years that helped me. But you really, it be favors, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck because a lot of the free agents that be getting picked up make the team before they make the team. You know what I'm saying? So people try to give credit like, oh yeah, they was looking in, they saw these.
Yes, yeah. Nah, it wasn't you that did your homework. You took the credit, but it wasn't you that did the homework. But also, but there's a lot of late round gems, right? You got your Tyreek Hills of the world, your Stephon Diggs of the world, your Antonio Browns, your Tom Brady's, your Brock Purdy's, who we just got done mentioning. All these fifth to seventh round picks that end up turning into be something. But while those got Puka Nakua, like while we use those as exceptions to the rule. I do understand your point on the other side of that fence too, because a lot of those late round guys we never hear about ever again. The names I just mentioned are very much so in the minority of that pool. Like, yeah, we found some gems,
Mm-hmm.
ABs, Tyreeks, I just named all of them. But trust and believe, there's about 30 to 40 for the next fifth, sixth, seventh round of guys that we'll never hear ever again.
They just got the luxury of getting the name called. And that means, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, I didn't want to get off on a tangent on it, but that watch it. There's a lot of, like I'm an FCS HBCU guy. There's a lot of players now here that should hear their name called in them later rounds, but notice a lot of some of the best HBCU guys and FCS guys, as soon as the draft is over, already signed their free agent deal with signing bonuses.
I'm about to say with a big signing bonus attached, like a preferred undrafted free agent. But again, with that favor, it will be appreciated if that favor was shown at all levels of football. That's it, a collegiate football. Let me say that. That's my last note.
So the draft first round is over. Just to go through some later picks. Let's see. We got off the quarterback. Just going through, looking here. I like the Peter Woods pick a lot. Kenny, I'm gonna let you go. Like your corners before we go into best available and talk about who might go later. Do you like the corners that the secondary people that were taking in this first round?
I know a lot of people are bullish on Chris Johnson, but I'm not. I would take the gamble on Jermon McCoy. That's just me. Dylan Thieneman, that's gonna be the one I probably don't like as much. That you will have to. That's a tough sell for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a tough sell. Uh, I know people are bullish on him because, well, the obvious reasons. I'm gonna say it. He white and he can run. He can run a 4.36. That's cool. But
after dark, that's what I'm talking about.
But I'm gonna just say the quiet part out loud. But he has range. Y'all got
two of them. So hey, you know what I'm saying? The Eagles got two of them. It worked out good. Shout out to Coop.
Hey, that's all pro Coop, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't pick him to win. Second round.
I quit y'all in the first round.
No, okay. we gonna pad that. We gonna pad that pick for sure. But I'm just thinking with draft minded here. Does he have range? Yes. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about it because I think he misses more tackles than I like. I think he's a bit undersized, and I can also say the same for Caleb Downs. Dylan Thieneman is around like what 5'10", 5'11". You know what I'm saying?
Got him right at 6 foot, but he probably 5'11", 200.
Yeah. So, hey, hopefully I'm completely wrong. I pray that I'm completely wrong. I just need more of a more physicality at that position, especially for me. So, and then Chris Johnson, San Diego State kid. Um,
I like him.
I hmm, I think in zone he's great. He's a good zone corner. His spatial awareness, his spatial is I can see the first round pick if he's going to a zone team. Where you go, Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you're a zone heavy scheme, all right, cool. I can dig it. I can dig it. So I ain't got too much hate in that. But only 3 DBs, or Caleb, no, 4. Caleb, Manzor, Chris Johnson, and Dylan Thieneman. What the hell we doing, DBs? What we doing? What we doing?
I don't think that's their fault because some of these picks is crazy. Before I get enough, like, you know who pick I like a lot? I like the Commanders pick. I like Sonny Styles a lot.
Okay, tell me why. I got one of my rivals made a pick I hate too, that I love but hate.
I like Sonny Styles a lot. You know why? I know I'm gonna get killed for this. He gives
It's
Fred
time.
Warner.
Yes.
He gives
Hey,
Fred Warner.
it's time to go. Doop doop. Doop 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 doop. It's time to go. Doop doop.
I'm saying he's gonna be Fred Warner, but he got the speed at that linebacker position that can cover. He's a former safety, right? They moved linebacker.
Yeah.
The only thing that I worry about for him is the physicality, like setting blocks and getting off blocks. That's the only thing I worry about. If he shows he can do that at elite level, on the pro level, I think you got a dynamic inside linebacker.
Yeah.
Because he can cover, long arms, got a 6'7" wingspan, athletic, so like
Crazy athlete.
And I know you don't like to say certain names, compare people to certain names. The way he's athletic and can move, if he can get off block, it's giving like a Fred Warner type job.
Yeah.
And that's scary. I mean, y'all got to play him twice. With the other man on the other side, still, the 5 still coming back. And then you add to a Dan Quinn's defense, this weapon.
Dangerous.
I like it. I like it. It gives like I think his floor, he'll be decent. His ceiling,
out this world.
That can be out this world. You know what I'm saying? This only thing I worry about is the physicality of him getting off of guards and like sometimes like pulling people, like really setting up blocks so he can get to the play, make the play.
Yeah.
But if he can be free and play free and go make the play, possible defensive rookie of the year.
I wouldn't put him in. I don't have him as an early favorite for rookie defensive player of the year. Probably only because he's still raw at the position. He only played linebacker for 1-2 years. Like you said, he came in. He was a safety prior to transition safety, however you want to say it. But I tell you what, that changes between year 3 and 5. Everything, these first 2 years, I'm not going to count against him. He's still raw at that position. Still raw. And like you said, you got to pick up to the level of a
6'5", 244 in the inside.
He's a crazy athlete, bro. Crazy athlete. But I'm talking about just between the ears. As far as understanding position, knowing where he need to be.
Like old school inside linebacker side.
I have no gripes with his measurements at all. Like I said, years 3 to 5 is where you're gonna really see that leap, honestly. Because once he has that understood between the ears and his the game knowledge or the game IQ starts to catch up with the athleticism, lights out. It's lights out. You got a captain on defense and captain on offense. He comes from an NFL family. He's serious about football. I have no doubt that he's going to be that guy that you're mentioning right now. I have no doubt about that. But right now, it's just about game, knowing the game has to keep up with his athleticism.
If it clicks with him clicks with him in between the ears, right?
Yeah.
And Dan Quinn puts him in positions where he can make plays.
Yeah.
I don't see why he wouldn't be defensive rookie of the year. Because also he's going with a real defensive guy.
Punt defense, yeah. First, defensive first, yeah.
Remember, he had Marquise Bell playing inside at Dallas, right? And he made a lot of plays. He was a true safety. Now you got this freak of an athlete. Well, I don't think he's always gonna be inside. He's gonna move around. You're gonna move him around.
Mm-hmm.
You might see him rush a little bit. You might see him do a little bit of everything. I trust Dan Quinn in that defense. I trust Dan Quinn scheming up something to keep him right. Like I said, if it clicks between the ears and he can play with the physicality, which I think is not going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Yeah, my only hold up for him is just him catching up to the game. That's it. Like I said, he's only been in the position for a couple years. That's it.
I hate the Caden Proctor pick. I think he's too up. He's not consistent enough. I know his size. I know he's athletic as shit. I mean, for a joker that is 6'6", 352, he's a freak athlete for his size. Didn't dominate college football like he should have.
Thank you. That's it. He wasn't as dominant of a force for me. He had good battles. I like the Georgia game last year. That's the one. That's always gonna be a calling card for me. But I've seen R. Mason Thomas from Oklahoma give him headaches.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some players that might be smaller in stature, but have moves give him headaches.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like throw out that athletic argument. Sometimes we're like, all right, well, it should be athlete versus athlete then. And sometimes the more times than not, the better athletes on the defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see your point there, and let's add in the other point about him kind of pushing like 4 bills at one point. He was pushing 400.
I think for him it's going to come down to discipline. He's an athlete. He can't play at 352 though. They probably get him down 330.
Yeah, but that only comes with maturity, bro. Maturity and discipline.
Like, he didn't dominate as much as he should have. I mean, great athlete. Definitely got the foot speed and agility to play tackle. It's going to be, like you said, between the ears for him. It's going to be, if he's disciplined enough to be consistent and want to dominate every day, then you could get a joker that could be your out person on your, like a Trent Williams type. If he really locks in, he's that. Yeah. I know, you know what I'm saying? Some of the people that watch me think I give Bama people a hard time, but he is that athletic. Where he could be like a Trent Williams type tackle on the outside with his athleticism. I don't know if he got the nastiness in him like Trent got. I'm not saying he's gonna be Trent Williams, but he's from that athletic big guy type of breed.
That Marlon Bear type of style, Marlon Bear type of offensive lineman. But again, and that's type of stuff between the ears takes time, bro. Like one recent anecdotal story that I can use here is like a Jordan Davis, right here. Like, so going into like year 3, year 4, I think last season is really that maturity started to kick in. He started taking his dieting more serious. Started taking his his weightlifting program more serious. His conditioning more serious. He came into tramp lighter, and that started to show during the season because the production he was showing on the field, some would say, including me, that he deserved a Pro Bowl nod. That's just for me, because the commitment and discipline he put into himself started to show up on the field. So he started to show some of that status of being a first round selection. Now, if you get that for Caden Proctor, again, it's a pick well spent. I ain't got no argument for you. So again, it's about that maturity and discipline. If that when that clicks in, when that starts taking over the wheel, then yeah, you might have something on your hands.
Yeah. My team's pick wasn't sexy. It was an offensive tackle. I like it. Boost up your offensive line. We need it. How you feel about y'all pick? Trading up to number 20 to get Makai Lemon.
Oh man, that pick happened like as soon as we jumped on. I didn't really have time to really sit with my feelings about it. It was, I know one thing's for sure. Hey, it's been real, AJ. It's been real, big dog. But it's that time. And to be fair, like so sometimes, I have my favorite team and I watch Eagles news, sometimes more than I watch, other teams, to be honest. So knowing that I've been tracking what the Eagles like rumors and reports have been this whole draft cycle, his name is one that was never in the reports. I never seen one where Makai Lemon was in the reports for us. So this was completely left field. So if you talk about smoke screens and trying to throw the fans and other teams off the scent, that was a masterclass. Because I had no clue Makai Lemon was coming to the Eagles. Now,
Well,
with that,
that perhaps trade that's happening June 1st got announced this week too, or last week too. So maybe Makai Lemon came in the fold after they already made it basically a deal in principle to the Patriots.
oh, I think that deal is it might as well be in ink.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's done, just waiting for June 1st. So maybe when they say, okay, we actually got a deal for AJ. All right, let's go get a receiver that we like.
Yeah, that's just sitting in the drafts. They just waiting to hit send.
Yeah, maybe they wasn't on Makai Lemon until they knew they was. I think they just figured out last week they got somebody to really get rid of AJ. They know they wanted to get rid of him, but if you didn't have nothing in place, it was no need to draft wide receiver number one. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, and I think the compensation had to be there too. I think it was a matter of like, no matter what, this is what the deal's gonna be, and are you happy with that compensation? So, like you said, I think that deal is about it's just ready to get sent in. So you know what you're getting back. Obviously, it's gonna be for next year's draft or the drafts afterwards. But either way, that deal is done. Now, as far as the player, I think he might. It could be my own bias, but if I had to go with a first round wide receiver out of this draft class, it would have been Makai Lemon. It would have been him. Got hands, can run a route,
Even
he's
ESPN
tough.
had him the number one.
He
Wow.
can go. He can ball. He can ball. And I like the fact that we got him at 20. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that a few teams passed on him.
But I don't get about this receiver class. Like, Makai Lemon, in my eyes, was the best receiver in this draft. But y'all take a guy at number 4 that was never the best receiver on his team. And y'all take a Jordan Tyson who has all the skill in the world, but has a very deep injury history. But you don't take a guy that's been putting up numbers for the past 2 years.
Yeah. So you take a guy that's number 4, that's also what, 6'1", 6'2", has the measurements of of what you would like your number one wide receiver to look like.
School pedigree.
I'll give you that. So that's one. Then on the other hand, you got Jordan Tyson, who is again athletic or acrobatic as all get out. You know what I'm saying? He has, we was drawing comparisons to like being as explosive of a player as an OBJ or a Stephon Diggs. Like, bro, he just had that athletic prowess, right? So you get the superlative guy here and the superlative guy here. That doesn't always translate to the field. What I do care about, how you show up week in, week out. And if that's what my measuring stick is, Makai Lemon is the best one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this guy, like, that's why the Cardinal Tate one don't make sense to me. I'm not saying the Cardinal Tate can't be a good player, but it's kind of like the Will Campbell. When we just talked about Will Campbell and them drafting.
Right.
At 4, you trying to draft a superstar, right? This guy wasn't even a superstar on his team. Now, you don't know if he can be an pro or not, but that's a big if. I know how State fans gonna say, "Oh, we got all kind of players in the league." Yes, but Emeka he still showed up even with Jeremiah Smith there. Not saying Cardinal Tate didn't, but Emeka could play. Like, we saw that, and then he got drafted though, not top 5. You drafted a wide receiver 2 on his college team with a top 5 pick. but didn't get McCollum. Then Jordan Tyson, like I said, make all the catches, athletic. But that injury history is there. And Makai Limited did nothing but consistently put up
Sure.
yards. I think he averaged almost 100 yards a game this year. You know what I'm saying? You know. Before we get into the best available real quick, you got anybody else you want to shout out? That's another pick that you like? Or
Oh man, this one hurt my heart, bro. The damn Caleb Downs pick, bro. I don't like. I love and hate both of the Cowboys picks.
I like both of them.
That's what I'm saying. I love them because as far as prospects go, but I just hate where they went because they're a division rival. But as far as just young men making making their way into the league, all hats off to them. But so I can always support that, and just for what they bring on the field. We just had a pod speaking in depth about how much I felt about Malachi Lawrence.
Yeah.
I think Kid has a full skill set. Again, as far as pass rushers go, he's at the top of that list for me. So I love that, especially picking him up in like the late 23 in this year's draft. But the Caleb Downs pick, bro, it's like, yo, come on, bro. Like the 11 teams before him, it's like, bro, come on. I was literally watching this, like begging, like, don't let this happen. This was like the dream destined, like the dream landing spot for him to land at the Cowboys. And Jerry knew it too, because he moved up to get him. And what even hurts more is that Christian Parker, the Eagles defensive back coach, or former defensive back coach, who got Quinion All Pro, Cooper All Pro, is now getting who? Caleb Downs. As I said at the top of this pod, probably the best defender in this class. That's what they just added. So I love and hate both of those picks. Those are probably my two favorite picks in this draft, and it just so happened to go to the Cowboys. So that's how I feel. So that tells you everything you need to know about how much I'm gonna be kicking myself tonight.
Yeah. Let's get into some of your best available. There's really your corner. I think you're gonna see corners getting taken off the board kind of quick. I mean, Jerron McCoy, second-rated corner. He's still on the board. Your boy Avion Terrell, which we highlighted in our up to the draft prospect list. He is still on the board. Still got Jacob Rodriguez on the board. You got Colton Hood on the board. Still got Eli. You got some. It's still a lot of value in some of these picks.
And I'm not opposed to a CJ Allen neither. I like what CJ Allen brings. I like TJ Parker. You know what I mean? I mentioned Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, 6'4" safety, athletic as all get out. Zion Young can set an edge against the run, can play tough against the run at that. So Colton Hood, good corner, Colorado transfer. Chase Basantis, probably one of the strongest offensive linemen still here at guard. He's still on the board. There's still some talent to be had, no question.
I think that there's going to be a lot of good skill positions left because I knew the offensive lineman run was coming. Because it's top heavy. You know what I'm saying, for the offensive lineman. So I knew people was going to pick. So you think about, after at number 9, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At 9 of the 32 picks of offensive linemen. We're on a run from 29 on offensive linemen. So then had a good bit of receivers taken in this first round too. That Omar Cooper one is kind of surprising to me for the Jets, especially when you had my man from Toledo on the board, which I thought he would be next. I know Omar Cooper had a good run at the in the playoffs, but it had a good year. But man, for Toledo, he's like 6'4", good outside.
Yeah.
You know, I like Peter Wood's value for the Chiefs. So the Chiefs went and got a defensive lineman, and they got a corner. I like they drafted. I like that. If you're gonna do it, I think Peter Woods a lot of value at 29. I think if Clemson has a better year, him and his man that's an edge rusher
TJ, yeah.
are a higher first round picks this year. That team just wasn't good, and it's a lot of recency bias in the draft too.
Facts. Because he has all the tools, bro. I think it's just a matter, and I love the fact that you get to pair him with Chris Jones before he rides off into the sunset. I love that like OG pickup. That's a good little homie. That's a good little homie to kind of pass the torch to. So that's a good pickup for them.
When the next time you think we see a quarterback?
Round. If this was a bet available on FanDuel. Sponsor us, FanDuel, by the way, for the name drop. But I'll probably say round 4.
I won't say round 3, but round 4 seems good too.
Round 4. And that I'll be comfortable with seeing like a Drew Allar or a Garrett Nussmeier pop off around that time.
Yeah.
Maybe a Taylor Green. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, hey man, good first round, man. Draft Sunday. This is when the draft really starts now. So a lot of first round went how we thought it was gonna go. Now you got your second, third round tomorrow, second and third round tomorrow.
Yep.
And, you know what I'm saying? Now we're getting to building the team. Now we get to see what people are, what was their focus coming in on this draft, how they gonna build out their roster with this draft. Like I said, I knew the runner offensive line was gonna come. I think the runner corners are gonna come off the board early in the second round.
Fast.
I think that's gonna happen quick. And then because it's a top heavy draft. There ain't many more like not generational. I don't like to say that. There's not many more. How many more game changers are in this draft?
Ain't no telling. I don't believe not many. Again, if you were me, I'll start playing the trade back game, see what you can recruit, see what you can see what picks you can get later on. Because I don't think the talent drop off is not that steep from round 2 to round 4.
Yeah,
but they don't pay me the big bucks. But everything else from here on out, everything else just seems marginalized, and that's where you start to take a good look at what coaches you have in the building.
Yeah.
To me, because if they can make that round 5 player look like a round 2 or 3 guy, because the talent drop off ain't that big incrementally.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. I hope everybody enjoy their draft weekend. NBA playoffs is going on. You know what I'm saying? It's some good game. I think right now I'm watching Timberwolves beat the crap out of Denver right now, up by 18 on them boys. So the NBA playoffs is going on. But tonight with heavy first round. Gotta talk about the first round. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Can't not talk about the first round. So
no, there's a lot of good series, man. There's a lot of good series going on. I like that. I like that Portland series. Especially seeing what they're gonna do with Wemby being in concussion. But there's a few good ones out there, bro. I know Atlanta was giving the Knicks hell earlier tonight. We kind of started getting ready for the pod before that, but man, there's a few good ones. We're gonna lock in on that probably, after this pod.
The Hawks up 2-1. The Raptors won tonight. Some decent ones. Lakers playing good.
Lakers, yeah.
So, we'll definitely get into it. This is no saying draft, so we're definitely gonna get into the playoffs. But for this episode, IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. This is my man, Kenny. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until next time.
What up?
Yeah.